Hello, everyone. It is Monday. I have to make a calendar. It's the 3rd of March. Cheers, everyone. Like I said, water is it for now. My friend Randy gave me a DoorDash certificate so I can get some stuff delivered. I haven't done it yet, but I will. Folks have been with all your suggestions. I appreciate them. I'm coming along, and I'm doing things naturally as much as possible. I do have some vitamins, obviously a lot of liquids, good food. Not good, a lot of good food, but I'm finally getting back to being able to eat some. Feeling much stronger. My overall plan for my unfinished business as far as my music sales is to get to the post office before the end of the week. I woke up this morning with the idea that, I'm going to do it. And it's like, don't be stupid and push it unnecessarily. I'm feeling a lot stronger. And I'll be masking up the next times I go out of the house. It could happen later today. I really want to take care of that unfinished business. Especially I want to do it before Bandcamp Friday because I would like to take advantage of Bandcamp Friday this month. It's the first one of 2025. So with that update, I'm feeling much, much better. And again, I just want to thank you folks so much for being cool. What I want to try to do, not try to do, but what I'm going to do is I pulled, again, some of the music I've been listening to because quite simply, I've just had just a plethora of thoughts and feelings and daydreams. And one of the thoughts I was having was the idea that this is kind of partially what it's like to be dead, to be a ghost, it's like I'm here but I'm not, and the world is just passing me by, and I would take a look on my phone to catch it on stuff, and then come in here and look online for a minute, and it's like people just going about their business, and it's like I'm not even here, and it was I don't know how to put into words what the thoughts, but what it ultimately got me thinking again was more just simple thankfulness and feelings of deep nostalgia regarding little things that have happened and do happen, little memories, and just cherishing these things because that's where we live, is in the mind. I'll just, as things pop up, I'll share them. So it may be a little disjointed. Like, for example, I see that David Nance and Mode Sound have gone back out on the road. And Jim Schroeder couldn't even go with them. I don't know what's up. Jim is very busy in town, the guitarist with David. But as I was looking at them and listening to the band in the clips on Instagram, I checked myself. Am I jealous? Because I do get jealous, And as I settle into my watching and listening, no, I'm not jealous. It's just like you just always want to do more and be associated with cool things. But did I really want to be where they are on the road, cold and stuff? No. I listened to a clip of them playing somewhere, and it's like the thing that I thought the most is, I love those guys, but if I was playing that, I'd bump that shit up. It'd be better, David is good, and that was the other thing I was thinking. It's like I don't want to be out on the road doing somebody else's thing. If I was out on the road, I'd want to be doing my thing. Because when I play with David, it's his focus, and there'll be things that I want to do, and he'll say, "Don't do that," And I know that what I'm doing is like it would distract from his thing, but it would be making it better. Um, so I was going to grab some records, but I didn't, except one the other day because I couldn't. Badfinger, rest in peace, the last member of Badfinger. Everybody's dry, everybody dying. Everybody dying, damn it. Fuck. You know what I mean? And that's the other thought I was thinking, as I was getting better. It's like, how the fuck am I going to be laying here worried about talking to people about who's died and stuff like Bill Fay and Jerry Butler and all those people who have died recently. I love them all, but it's like, shit, might be talking about me if we don't watch out. I'm feeling much better, people. I am. With regard, though, to a recent death, Jamie Muir a few weeks ago, and I had shown some records, and then I saw some other posts, several, besides me and Michael P. Dawson, Michael P. Dawson, if you don't realize this, you feel like a foil. You feel like a long-distance musical partner to me. I can't explain it except this. In my life, I've kind of always had a friend or two that I would like be my mate when it comes to music and stuff. And unfortunately, one of my best ones passed many years ago. And in recent years, another friend of mine, after he had some health issues, his focus changed and he's just a real homebody, he and his wife. Back in the 90s and the 2000s, he and I were just gung-ho on music. You're besides your personal music, which I have and I really like it, I just like your intelligent approach to music. We don't like all the same stuff, but you are like a foil to me. I just want to compliment that man. And he showed his stuff regarding Jamie Muir, and when he showed his version of Dark Drug, I was thinking to myself, I thought I had that. And so I had to go look because it wasn't listed on my Discogs page when I looked it up. This is the reissue. Dart Drug, Dereck Bailey and Jamie Muir. And I guess that's the original cover. This is an Incas reissue. There it is, yeah. These graphics. I did actually sit up long enough to play some of this yesterday, and it's like, oh shit. Some people just have, what they're doing is just fucking deep. And Dereck Bailey is one of those people. And this is a brilliant image that captures what's happening here. It's a dance, and it's fucking brilliant, okay? So that's the other thing is like, so I can talk about this a little bit, okay? Richard, so he continues to send me the Gary Mundy's works. Never Say When, Broken Flag is the latest one. And again, props to both of you, Gary and you, Richard, for doing this, because this is a project of obvious deep respect for what Gary does. And I'm telling you, yeah, he's worked with some cool people. Now, I'm just going to be as honest as I fucking want to be, okay? This starts off really what I needed. The first track, Ramle. Is that what? Maybe I better read this. It's like, because it's like, are these different tracks by these people? Because the first two really worked for me. The first one was almost beautiful. And then about the third track is when we get into Cranioclast and some of that, it's like purging darkness or something, or pain or something. It's like, I took it off and I want to hear that shit right now. I'm glad that Richard and I have, you're real, man. You can hang with the realness. It's like, this is some deep work. The second thing on it, I really enjoyed, on Community. And that was rumbling, and it's like, I was getting inside of the sounds as they were building, and what are they doing? But it was when it got to the pain cry on the third track, it's like, no, I'm not today. Thank you. The other thing that was sent to me, and I have to come back to this because this is fucking intense. Who is this guy? Thomas Bay William Bailey sent me a promo copy of his latest work, Luminalia. This is fucking intense. How does he do this? I could only get through 2 parts of it because it was like shocking. It's like it's sound work, but it's like also got music in it. But it's like this man, it's like, how is he assembling these sounds? How is he presenting them? Because it doesn't sound like just sampling, which it may be, but the deep audio of some of these sounds are like, how are you doing that? It's amazing. Liminalia. And apparently the actual release comes in with some kind of really beautiful book. I got a promo. He sent me a promo. I still don't feel like I'm writing everything out and getting all busy. So I'm going to show you stuff, and if you don't understand me, I'll try to pronounce it as best as I can. But this cat, Thomas Bay William Bailey. Wow. What work. He sent me the postcards a few months back, part of a deal. So I'm just going to not worry about time, because I always be looking at the time for some reason. But I went back and pulled what I could remember from this last week of bed listening, which has been, I love the afternoon. I love the light in the afternoon, right around between 2 and 3 and going into 4. And as I lay in my bed, I love this house. I love this house. I'd just be laying there and seeing the light coming through the curtains from the west. And as I'd listen to music, it was just so dreamy and wonderful. So some of that music, besides what I showed you the other day, this is more of what I heard. And again, I was like, I'm just thankful I have a pot of gold of music here. Endless. So I played this. Eberhard Weber Works. ECM, bass player, fucking amazing. If I stop and think about it, Eberhard Weber's Colors of Chloe was probably one of the earliest ECM albums that I bought, because I was given several ECM albums to start by the Reese brothers. And this is not a greatest hits. Thank goodness. He could have a greatest hits. This is Works. And it was cool because it really focused on a continuum. And he started with Sand with Jan Garbarek on sax, but he quickly went from there into more Charlie Mariano. And I like Garbarek, but Garbarek is a bit icy. Mariano is, you just feel it. And it's romantic, but it's also just really loving, very loving. And Eberhard Weber's use of chords, and playing the cello and strings sections, brilliant. Here's one that goes back to the 90s, 96. Something that I got from my brother. I didn't know nothing about this. I love it. Sounds from the Ground. Kin. I never heard nothing about these people. This is the only time I've ever heard of this. It's on the Waveform label, one of those New Age labels. But this is killer. This ain't New Age. This is killer. This is, it's like it's instrumental for the most part. It's got the aspect of it where they're using like vocal chants, like, you know, from the jungle or something, and then beats, but the melodies, and then the use of William Orbit is close to this. William Orbit is good. That's the only thing I ever heard about these people. This is amazing. I'm just telling you how the music hit me. Just fucking amazing. I just lay there and say, oh, this is so good. This is so good. Here's another one. Don't know about this guy. Michael Whalen. I used to get these as promos from Hearts of Space. And this one, Night Scenes, Music for the Evening, Michael Whalen. This is fucking beautiful. Electronic. Oh my God, it's like, wow. And that was the other thing that would keep popping in my head as I was listening to different stuff. It's like, it don't even make sense to keep listening to the Beatles and stuff all over and over again, although I do like others, but it's like, all this music I had forgotten, you know, because it's on CD and it's in the other room, you know, and I don't see it. And I just, you know, disc after disc of just amazing stuff. Like this artist, I forget how I got turned on to this guy. The White Birch. Come Up for Air. It's this guy with this soft, pastel-like voice. A lot of things start with just a simple piano. Things move slowly. I have no idea what he's singing about. that even as I was listening, when things would come up, very seldom did the lyrics mean fuck. It was just the sound. And this is gorgeous. The White Birch, Come Up for Air. I have another one of his albums. Can't think to who to compare him to. There's comparisons. I think maybe people think like Red House Painters. This is way better for what I think of that sort of thing. Way better than Red House Painters. The White Birch was just like I was just waiting for it to just kind of just slowly start. And it was like being wrapped in gauze. Fucking killer. I'm glad that my energy is coming back. Here's one. I had forgotten how much I love this. I love guitar. Andrew White, The Heart of the Celtic Guitar. This is a favorite. When did this come out? 1997. White Cloud label. This is finger-picking, acoustic, but the melodies, oh my God. There's To Say Goodbye to You is one of my favorite songs. If I had to try to make a list of favorite pieces of music, oh man, this is just gorgeous. Andrew White, Heart of the Celtic Guitar. This shit was saving my soul, people. You know what I'm saying? Along with the water and the food and stuff getting me back on my feet. This music, I got a few more. Now, less restful, but I had forgotten how good this is. Spring Heel Jack, Treader. God damn, this is badass. It involves things like drum and bass, sound manipulation of samples, jams, good beats, but audio experimentation as well. Spring Heel Jack, I've got 3 or 4 other albums by them. I had forgotten about them. Y'all know Spring Heel Jack? dope. And then this was fun. Yukihiro Takahashi. It's The Adventure of Gaku. This takes me back to Japan, 94, when I was there. I bought anything I could find by the YMO people while I was in Japan, because you don't see this stuff. And this is a soundtrack. I actually got to see the movie. No big deal. It's like a children's movie. Or maybe it isn't, but it's about this boy in this boat. But the music is just wonderful. It also shows how Takahashi and Hosono were equals to Sakamoto when it comes to composing and writing, and this is just it's so happy and just wonderful. I had mentioned this the other day, but I wanted to show it because I had to pull and play another one of his. Kit Watkins, Azure. He was in, first heard of him in Happy the Man. This is a top diamond. This is a diamond album. You know, I would love to play this stuff for you. I would love, but you just need to discover this shit if you don't know. This one in particular, Azure, is so fucking beautiful. It's just this. And so as a result, I pulled and played this other one of his early solo works. And some of these things I first heard on his first solo album, which I have on vinyl, but I'm not going to grab it. I love his compositions. Beauty. So beautiful. So beautiful. Okay? Now, everything wasn't like that I listened to. Like, so for example, yesterday, excuse me a second, I got to make an adjustment here. See, that's how I know I'm not fully back together, because it's the waves are much, much lighter now, but it's like all of a sudden I'm getting hot, you know, and it's like, but let me keep going, okay? So yesterday I had to put on some Siouxsie and the Banshees, Superstition. This is a damn near perfect album. And I got to see them at Lollapalooza on this tour. And that's who I went to see when I went to Lollapalooza. I went to see Siouxsie, and she blew everyone away. It wasn't just me. My friend Frank, my musical friend who I was mentioning earlier, who I miss listening to music with him like we used to. We were blown away. They were majestic. That's the term I've used whenever I refer to this. Top 10 concert ever. And I've seen some amazing music. Still, Siouxsie and the Banshees, she's a salty ass bitch, and I just love her. And she just fucking blew everyone's fucking asses off the stage. She just, fuck you people. You want to hear somebody command? That was it. She was in command. It was like, fuck, it was good. And Talvin Singh was in the band with his tablas and shit. One of the top concerts I've ever seen, and this is a perfect, damn near perfect album. Superstition. That's a badass bitch. So let me just keep going here until I'm done. So a couple other things that played. Now here's one where I tried to play it and I pulled it because I love it, but it wasn't working. So Jai Uttal. Beggars and Saints. Jai Uttal and the Pagan Love Orchestra, where he's taken a whole lot of Indian flavors. But when I put it on, it didn't click at the time. I really like this, but that's why I'm showing it. Jai Uttal. Now this morning, and I'm almost done here, this was peeking out from a pile in my bedroom, and I said, oh man, I haven't listened to this in a long time. And this goes back to the 90s, right? MC Light, Act Like You Know. See, the deal is, I got all kinds of music in my collection, all kinds. And this is back in the day. And I love this album. And as I popped it on this morning, I was like, shit, yeah, this is an old favorite. I actually know these tracks. I love her attitude. And the beats on here, where they sample a lot of stuff and you hear like Brick Daz and other things, like old party music where they use the breaks and stuff. It's killer. MC Light. One of the best. Okay? Now, this was last night. This is again a top favorite album of all time. Ralph Towner with Glenn Moore, trios and solos. It's basically it's the band Oregon. It's on ECM. This also the last two tracks on here, Ravenswood and Reach Me Friend, Desert Island top favorites. This album is so wonderful. Ralph Towner, 12-string guitar, acoustic guitar, very distinct style, brilliant. It's like, it's a sin that I can't have this on the radio. I think that it's purposely, Clear Channel and all that shit, they purposely mediocreize and keep us tamped down. We don't get to see the brilliance. We don't get to hear the brilliance. It's a disservice to mankind, if you ask me. It's some fucking bullshit. And so as I lay in my bed listening to all this amazing music just wash over me, and it's like, what is wrong with this world that you can't hear this music on the radio? Brilliant. Here's one where I still have to tell you, I don't even quite know what this is. It's again from the New Age days. Two. T-U-U. Two. All Our Ancestors. This is done in 1994. And once again on the Waveform label. Okay, so see, I was getting these. Boy, I got a gold mine of this shit. This is like going going to like a deep cave in China, like those caves that they found that are all sculpted and really huge in China. It's like, who the fuck did this? And that's what this music sounds like. It's massively deep, really, really well recorded. And it just moves slowly, and it's just brilliant. The other thing this morning I just popped on after the MC Light, because it just was Yellow Magic Orchestra when they did a bunch of remixes. YMO Reconstructions by Alternate, The Shaman, The Orb, and 808 State. This is a CD single. And this was fun. That's what this was fun. And as I was listening to it, because I haven't listened to this in ages, there is a lot of influence on the way that I make music from YMO. I'm happy to say that I don't sound like YMO, but they are a huge influence on as I've over the years developed how I try to make music. Last three. This one was thankfully a surprise, because last time I remember listening to this one, it was like a little bit too much. But this is really good. Larry Fast, Synergy, Chords. I almost was going to take it off, and I said, no, let me listen. And it just got better. I met Larry Fast. I think I have a picture of us. This was good. I think Peter Gabriel is credited with helping him with titles for some of these pieces. It's good. And then two more. This one, Azure Vista by Manuel. This is Robin Guthrie, Cocteau Twins area guitar sounds, washes, where it's beautiful, but it gets really intense and loud as well. And I forget how I got turned on to this, but this is really good. Manual Azure Vista. The visual there is good. It's fitting. And the last thing from last night, this is, okay, I'm being very superlative, but that's because I'm feeling it and I want to share it. I love prog rock. I do. I love the idea of prog rock, even though all of prog rock isn't as cool as it could be. But this is one of my top. Minimum Vital Sarabands. Craig Rotterman, if you happen to see this, I remember the story where someone ripped his mail off, and these ended up in a pawn shop, a bunch of prog CDs, and somehow I found out about it and went and bought them. And this is one of them. This is brilliant. This is just almost perfect. And it's like, the music is like, they're like, that's what it's like. They're like these dances, folk dances, but just killer prog. I really like the way this was recorded. The band plays together really well, really well. The organ, the way it's a centerpiece of the piano, of the keyboards, but the guitar, they play so well together. It's really well recorded. This is a top prog favorite of mine. Right up there with all the ones everyone always talks about. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway and King Crimson and shit. This is fucking killer. Minimum Vital. So that's what I want to share. I can tell as I sit here, I'm feeling much better, but it would not be advisable for me to be going out. I'm going to mask up no matter what, but it's like I don't think I need to push it. Because I'm the one who's feeling unfinished business regarding the CDs that I still have to get out in the mail to you. But I'm not going to push it. As good as I'm feeling today, we should be okay tomorrow. Okay? That's it. Take care, people.